This is a bit of a roller coaster video. It's snippets of film because Louie's not been very well. You'll see at the beginning he pulled his claw out in his paw, and nothing serious. You know, he's had similar sort of things in the past, and our other Whippet Ben had similar sort of things. They usually get it removed and bandage it up and it's okay. But we took Louie to the vets and they couldn't remove it. It was too painful. It was only half broken off right at the very top. So he had to have anaesthetic. And what follows on is the saga we've been through there onwards with Louie. And I just thought I'd do this video to let people know that some of the simple medical treatments for whippets or dogs of any type can have the complications. But I will let you know that Louie's okay now and is very much on the mend, but we was really worried about him at the time. So have a look at the video, hope you find it useful, and I'm just pleased things have worked out for our mate little Louie.
Oh, Louie, let's have a look. Oh dear, look at that. You've really pulled that out of there, haven't you? Eh? And it's your left paw, and it would be your left thumb like your dad's. Can't have anything. Are you feeling sorry for yourself, Louie? Hey, need to get that looked at, do we? Good boy. Poor Louie.
Louie hurting himself chasing after his ball. He's pulled one of his claws out of his left leg, left paw, and it wasn't quite out, it was half out. So we got him booked into the vets and took him to the vets earlier on. And they had to keep him in and do a little operation. They tried to give a local anaesthetic and tried to remove it, but it was too painful. So straight away, the really good vets near us, and they kept him in, and they give him a sedative and some pain relief into the actual paw, which enabled them to cut the claw back right back and bandage it up. So I'm just I've had the telephone conversation with them and I'm just waiting for the 5:15 so I can go and pick the little fella up and bring him home. But he wasn't happy being left in there. I took him in first of all and they had a look at it and did what they tried to do without the anaesthetic, and it just wasn't working. So I was asked to put him back in the car for a bit, go in, have a conversation, and then the plan was, because it's Good Friday tomorrow and they're closed, the plan was to take him in straight away and sedate him and get it done straight away so he's no longer in pain. So I'm just waiting to go and pick the little fella up, but I've only been without him for about 2 hours and I can't stop looking at the clock waiting to go and collect the little fella. So we'll go and see him now and make sure he's alright. Undoubtedly he'll have a little bandage on his paw and he'll have that little look in his eye to say how sad he is. I'm so looking forward to getting the little fella back. We're just going in to get Louie from the vets. This is a vet practice. Fantastic vets. They looked after our other dog as well. You alright, Louie? Hey, with your little bandage on your foot. You're not quite with it yet, are you? Hey, let's get you home. You lay down there. Let's get you home. Good boy. Good boy. He's home now. Laid on his bed next to the radiator. He's still struggling to wake up after the sedation he's had, but he's got a bandage on his foot which he's got to keep on for 2 days, and then he's off back to the vets to have it changed. You right, Lulu? You won't sleep it off. And this is the claw they removed. He snapped it to the side, so they've managed to cut it right back, and he's been put on some painkillers. But it should be alright in a few days. Quite bizarre when you think about it though, isn't it? How we're so attached to our dogs. I cut my thumb, you can see it's nearly healed now, and really cut my thumb badly right down to the bone. And a few days later, well about a week later, Louie does the same injury on the same leg, on the same claw almost, on his left side. I think he was coming out in sympathy for me, or he saw I got a bit of sympathy, so he thought he'd try it. So hopefully we'll have him out and running and back on his little adventures soon. You feeling any better today, Louie? Sat there so regal with your little sheep bandage on your paw. Hey little fella, are you feeling okay? Lord Muck, look at that little bandage with sheep on, how ironic. You feeling better though, eh? We'll soon have you back out on your field, chasing your ball. So Louie, you're back at your favourite place. You're back at the vets, Louie, for a quick checkup. You'll be alright little fella, don't worry. Can you smell the vets? You've got a new bandage on. Got tractors this time. That wasn't so bad, was it? Back on Tuesday to have it changed again. See how we get on. That's a good boy. You're a good boy. It's not so much his foot that's been the problem. Obviously he can't go out and he can't run about at the moment. But the drugs and meds he's had have affected his digestion system, and he's let's say he's been very runny. So he's been off his food. This painkiller we was asked to give him. When we went to see the vets today, they said it can be a side effect to stop giving that. So he doesn't seem to be in any pain with his paw now. And I think he's coming around from all his meds. So hopefully we'll get you right as rain soon, won't we? Yeah? Get some food in you. He's been drinking, he's just not been eating. He's just lazed about all day, spent the day in the house with him. He's basically slept, feeling sorry for himself. Poor little Louie. After 2 days of not eating anything, Louie's finally having some hand-fed scrambled egg. It's really nice to see you eat something, Louie. Before we got him to go to bed last night, we managed to get him to have some milk and a bit of water. He hadn't had anything all day. He's had a bit of a temperature, but today he seems to be the best he's been for 3 or 4 days now. You're making a hell of a mess, Louie. Can you finish that off yourself? There you go. Oh, thank you.
Started eating it himself.
Good boy, is that nice? Don't expect this every morning. It's like a coffee and a cigar next and a brandy. You've got it all over your face, all over the blanket.
You know the rest.
Good boy. Good. This is all down to not his injury, but the meds that he's had. I've disagreed with him. He's been really poorly now for nearly 4 days.
Oh, that's good to see you eating that, Lou. Oh, he's actually quite enjoying that.
I must be starving.
That nice.
Another night laid on the sofa with a poorly whippet. Louie. Back at the vets in morning.
Day 5 of Louie's illness. His paw doesn't seem to be causing him any problems now. It's just his poorly stomach and being off his food. So it's the day after Easter Monday, and we've got in touch with the vets and we've got an earlier appointment, and we're just about to take him to have a look at him. Hey Louie. So it's 23rd of April, Tuesday. Louie's been into the vets again today and they've kept him in. They've done some blood tests and they've put him on a drip to rehydrate him. And about 12 o'clock, a couple of hours ago, I've just had a telephone call from Mick the vet, and he said all the blood tests have come back clear, thank God. So they're going to keep him in there for the rest of the day, keep him on the drip, get some more fluids into him. Hopefully he's going to come home tonight, and then we're going to take him back in tomorrow and they're going to check him again. But it doesn't sound as if it's anything drastic or anything serious, so hopefully he'll start to recover now and get over this once he gets some fluid and food inside him. But to say it's a relief is an understatement, really. It's been a major worry. I haven't really had any sleep for 4 nights. I've been up with him all the time, but desperately missing him and just so pleased to be coming back soon. I'll keep you posted. Louie, after another trip to the vets, eh? Your paw looks a lot better. You've got a cannula in your leg. You've had some blood taken out your neck, eh? And you're back again for another go tomorrow. Another day on the drip. But you're certainly looking brighter. Back at home again, eh? After a full day in the vets. Your paw's looking better. You're back in tomorrow for another day of fluids. Leave it. Oi. Louie's family eating by himself. Some boiled rice and chicken, as recommended by the vet. I think we're getting our old Louie back.
Nice.
Enjoying that, eh, Lou?
Hungry. Is that good?
Big burp now. Burp.
Some more.
It's good to see, isn't it? First time in 5 days.
Brilliant.
You've got nearly a kilo to put back on, Louie.
With all them treats.
Get some chips in you. So, it's Wednesday now, and Louie's back at the vets again. I'm just dropping him off for the day. Yesterday he had his full day in there on a drip, just to get some fluids back in him. He's had us awake a couple of times in the night. He's still suffering with diarrhoea. They've kept the cannula in his leg, so he's back in for a full day again today on a drip. But he's a lot brighter today. It just seems to be the diarrhoea that's the problem. So hopefully get some more fluids in today. He had something to eat last night and he wasn't sick, and he's had something to eat this morning and he wasn't sick. So hopefully we'll see how he gets on tonight. But he's not looking forward to going back in that vet. Are you the vet receptionist?
Yeah, and you're the glamorous one.
So is Louie going to be alright? So we didn't have to stay in the vets today, Louie. You're happy about that, aren't you? You're a lot livelier today, aren't you? We just need to keep an eye on you and get some food in you. The only problem you seem to have at the moment is that diarrhoea still. If we can get that sorted, then you'll be right and back out on your adventures. So the vets give Louie some of this Promax. It's a probiotic and it has a binding agent in it as well. It seems to be working quite well. He's had it for about 3 days now. It's 1 shot a day. And he's on this also from the vets. This rather bland food. Just simple food. Just to help him digest. And it all seems to be working well. Enjoying your food, Louie? As well as getting it all over the carpet. So nice to see you eating. You must be hungry. Well, as you can see, Louie's out again. And I'm so pleased to say he's all well again. And I've never been so happy to be able to carry a solid whippet poo around with me. Hey Louie? A healthy, happy whippet doing what he loves best. Hey Louie? Are you ready? Go on then! Good boy. Good boy, Louie. Hey, are you alright now? Is it good to be back out with your ball? It's good to see you pooing properly, believe me. Good lad. Well, after over a week of diarrhea sickness and worrying about a little fella, I'm so pleased he's back out and about on his field chasing his ball as if nothing's happened. Obviously it's early days yet, so we're just taking it easy for him, but everything seems to look as if he's fine. He's probably lost about just over a kilo of weight. I'm sure he'll put that back on after a few chips. Bit of chip testing. Let's see if we can find some decent ones. So he's all set now, ready for the next adventure, which will probably be Camp Quirky.